have had to deal with dozens of different items in this way. So basically, Martyn, what are people's rights in these circumstances?
Well, let's be honest here. These 3 items are complete rip-offs, aren't they? There's no disguising it.
No.
Some of them, it might be quite amusing. But then, of course, there is also the fact that, you know, people have paid money for this, and sometimes quite a bit of money. Now, you do have rights. It depends on whether you bought from an individual or a business. But often the rights can go out of the window if the firm is based in a different country. And in all of these cases, they've all come from abroad.
Well, Martyn, obviously I love my dinky toy. I will not be parted from it. But if these are frauds, why are they bothering to send anything at all?
Well, that's a really, really good question, Julia. And the simple answer is it's hard to say definitively, but if you basically take money off people and then don't deliver anything, that's a criminal offence. It's out-and-out fraud. Whereas if you do send something that's rather optimistically, you could say, could be a misunderstanding, then it's a slightly different thing. But one way or another, it's still a rip-off.
So, in short, how are people going to get their money back in these instances, and what can they do to make sure that what they think they're getting is what actually arrives?
Well, it all comes down to the way that you pay for the goods. Now, 2 of the people who got in touch, they paid through PayPal. Now, while that may not have gone too well for them through that dispute, there is still the free financial ombudsman they can go to afterwards. And also, as well, as Robert was saying, he paid by card. So debit card, credit card, you can always ask your card provider to get you back the cash.
Yeah. That is a message we're so used to. I mean, are these kind of cases on the up?
They really are, and actually, if you think about the way that we all shop or we go on social media, it's very easy to spot these advertisements. There are lots on Facebook. Christmas is on the horizon. You think these are going to be like a wonderful bargain. But in practice, once you click on there, you need to be super cautious.
Great advice there, Martyn. Thanks very much indeed. Now, I think we're going to take a look. Not much in life comes cheap, does it? Or free?
It doesn't. No, things that do include various government services, everything from updating the details on your driver's licence to applying for some forms of tax relief. So all the more galling, then, if you accidentally end up paying for something you don't need at all, and all because you clicked on the wrong link.
It used to be that when we were looking for the right number for a service, like calling out a plumber, a painter, or even help tracking down an obscure book...
It's by J.R. Hartley.
We'd look to the phone book for answers, as this classic TV ad reminds us.
Oh, that's wonderful. Can you keep it for me? My name, oh yes, it's J.R. Hartley.
But these days, we're more likely to turn to an internet search engine for help. And most of the time, that works brilliantly. But not always. Because some of you have been telling us searches that you've carried out have left you with unexpected bills to pay. As Lewis Afford from Nuneaton found out when he went online in search of the DVLA website to update his driving licence.
I just moved to a new address. One of the first things is your driving licence, which I went online, looked for the DVLA site. I'd done it previously 2 years before, and it just looked like the same thing again.
Lewis's search brought up a list of web links, and like most of us, he clicked one of the top results, assuming that it was the official DVLA site.
It was just like a normal government site. Everything looked correct.
The first inkling Lewis got that something might not be quite right was when he finished updating his address and was asked for payment for the new licence.
What surprised me on this last time was that at the end it said there is now a £40 charge.
Thinking the government must have introduced a charge, Lewis paid up. But a few hours later, a nagging doubt led him to check his online banking. He was shocked to discover the £40 payment was nothing to do with the DVLA.
£40 had been taken out. I rang the bank, they said they can't do anything, and I authorised the payment.
It was at that point that Lewis realised he'd paid a private company for a service that he could have got for free if he'd clicked through to the DVLA's official website. What he'd actually done was click on an ad.
It's really, really annoying when I've had to pay for a service which I should have got free. I feel really, really duped by this.
And it's an easy